Hey guys, Ryan Graydon here from Hidden Acres, and I know it's been a few weeks since I last talked to you, but I just got back from taking a few weeks off and was able to go out to Wyoming and do an elk hunt with my dad, which was fantastic, and we were successful in harvesting a cow elk. Then I came back here to Iowa and spent just a little time bow hunting in the Iowa timbers and was able to harvest one of my dream bucks doing that too. But I do want to touch base with you again because our men's retreat is coming up here in the end of January and registration has opened for that. And if you haven't registered for that retreat yet, I really want you to register for that. You know, it touched my mind and my heart to realize the beauty and the benefit of time off. You know, just coming off of 2 weeks away from my job, away from work, not necessarily resting and doing nothing, but doing what I wanted to do and what I love to do. It did something for my heart. It did something for my mind and my soul. And I think it's so important that we as men sometimes get away and rest. Because if you're like me, sometimes we as men just charge on and never stop. And although I think it's good to have a hard work ethic, and I think it's good that we work hard and provide, sometimes we forget to build in rest to that equation. And biblically, rest is a very important thing. If you look through the scriptures, you'll see Jesus rest for multiple different reasons. You know, one is he just did a series of intense ministry, so he needs rest. And he escapes a little bit. He oftentimes will take time to rest before any major decisions. You know, he needs time to pray and just to think and to rest. He even sometimes gets overwhelmed with people and just being around people, and he needs to rest and escape. And you guys, a retreat like this is restful. A retreat is a time where you can get away from the normal routine of life, the normal responsibilities that you might have, and escape and come here and rest. And what often happens when you have a time of rest is your mind and your heart become a little vulnerable because you're not used to what's going on. And when you're vulnerable, God speaks loud. And maybe it's not that God speaks louder, it's just that finally we listen. And so the men's retreat is coming up in January. And I think it's so important that we as men take time to rest. Take time to get away from life a little bit. Not that to some that might sound selfish, but I'm saying that, please know, I'm saying that in a good way. You need to escape. And I would encourage you to use a weekend like this to escape from your normal routine a little bit. I guarantee you that it's going to do good for your mind, your heart, your soul, and even your relationships with your family. You know, maybe you just need to get away a little bit to know how much you love where you're at and love your spouse and love your kids. And so if you haven't registered for that men's retreat yet, excuse me, please do. We'd love to see you out here. I want to pack that weekend out because I think it's a valuable weekend for us. And most of all, again, it gives you an opportunity to rest. So be restful. Come that weekend. Be restful. Although there's a lot going on, you can still be restful. Restful doesn't mean that you sit and do nothing. Restful means you do something different. And that weekend is going to be a weekend that is giving you opportunities to do something different. So come, be a part of it. You won't regret it. I promise you, we will see you here in January.